Similarly to the North American indigenous people, they have chiefs in their tribes, and they fought with the Portuguese during the Dutch invasion, which rewarded many of them with high-ranking positions in the order of the church. And these are current issues being faced in Brazil by the indigenous people. So, as of October 28th, Jair Bolsonaro was elected the president of Brazil. This is a problem for indigenous groups, as he is seen as a racist tyrant who sees no problem with the destruction and killing of indigenous peoples if it betters for the government, even referring to their protective lands as animals living in the zoo, which is just disrespectful and racist. He is also quoted saying, "We are going to integrate those citizens and take care of all Brazilians," when speaking the subject of indigenous peoples in Brazil. Continued. Under military rule, the Brazilian government has disregarded the indigenous communities, stating they are impending on the development of areas rich in minerals or such that could be turned into farmland. He's disrespected their autonomy by trying to force integration into the wider society to take their land, essentially. Even before Jair Bolsonaro was elected, the Brazilian government had been removing funding and programs from indigenous groups for bigger industries that want access to the Amazon. Indigenous leaders are often threatened or arrested if they fight back against the government. The theft of these people's lands could mean genocide or complete extinction of tribes, depending on the circumstances. What this means for Brazil. So with Jair in the presidential office, it potentially means the destruction of the Amazon rainforest and genocide of Brazil's indigenous people. Keeping indigenous lands is possibly one of the best ways to combat against global warming, as it allows land to remain healthy and free of industrialization, which is reason to want to fight back legally or illegally if it must be done, if the death of innocent people was not enough to want to stop this man from running rampant over the country. The long-term decay of the planet may be something that stands out to people with an outside perspective on the matter. And then here's my sources. And another piece I wanted to touch on that I forgot about earlier would be here, where I had mentioned that their villages were attacked by large police forces on October 21st, 2008. That means that they were throwing bombs, attacking young children, smashing people's houses and breaking windows. They were stealing food and items and beating their elders, and using rubber bullets to shoot people, which can cause internal bleeding and very large bruising and damage. All this was over land claim issues made by the Tupinamba to the National Indian Foundation, otherwise known as FUNAI. The National Indian Foundation is the Brazil government body that establishes and carries out policies relating to indigenous people. So, all because the Tupinamba people asked for their land rights to be returned, they were attacked by a police force, and many of them were harmed, even probably killed. It didn't mention in the article, but as you can imagine, they were attacked. So, and that is my project. Thank you very much for watching.